But it's never okay to bully. And none of us should be okay with that. And so if you feel like you cannot talk to your parents, talk to the counselor. Just someone needs to know so they can be aware and they can handle it properly. Now, we all know how bullies operate, okay? They'll apologize if the teacher is there. But oftentimes when you tell an adult, sometimes that makes it worse. Sometimes it makes it really bad because that's how they operate. So now that's just another thing that they have to pick on you about. Now, I've been poor my whole life. So I've been picked on and I've been bullied because I didn't have the best clothes. I didn't have the cutest shoes. I couldn't afford the name brand stuff. My parents couldn't afford the name brand things. You know, it's 9 of us. I grew up with 9 siblings, no, me being one of 9, in a house, tiny house. So, no, it's not always easy when you're being bullied, but you have to learn how to deal with it in a certain way. And there's nothing wrong with telling the bully, I'm not going to take this anymore. But it's just how you stand up. You have to let that bully know that you're not afraid and that you will tell an adult and that you do not want to be bullied and you are not going to stand for being bullied because you're going to make sure that the right people are told. Don't resort to violence. People's lives are turned upside down. In instances where maybe a parent-teachers conference could have saved children, you know, from going into schools and doing things that they probably wouldn't have done if they weren't overly charged with emotions because of sometimes of how they feel when they're being picked on. And it's when you're a young adult, it's a sensitive time in your life. You go through a lot of things that you know, you don't deserve a lot of times. And children don't know what you're going through at home. Most children that are being bullied, I mean, they already have a stressful childhood life at home. And then they have to go to school and deal with that as well. And I think as parents too, parents should be, and this is speaking, no, I don't have children yet. Hopefully one day I will, but I was a child once and I was also bullied. And I also have nephews and nieces that I've helped to raise. So I do know what children go through, and I also was once a child. So I understand firsthand what it's like to be bullied because I was bullied, and I developed this mentality that I'm not going to take your crap. But it doesn't say in the Bible that we should never be angry, that we're not going to be angry, because we are. And when people pick on, we become angry. Children, adults, people, period. We become angry. Who likes to be taunted? Who likes to be picked on? No one. And you have to be assertive. You don't get violent. You know, don't threaten to cut off fingers and cut off toes. Don't do that. We don't want guns. We don't want any of that when dealing with bullies. Leave the guns. Don't do those type of things. Just don't do those, because that leads to a whole lot of heartache and a whole lot of pain when sometimes children just do what they see at home. And it's our job as the adults to make sure our children are rooted in instances where they are not targeting other children. When you are aware, because some parents aren't aware, but those who are, it's their job to make sure their children are not picking on other children. That's it for me. Keep the faith, keep your head up, be assertive, be smart. Make sure you tell the proper people and let someone know what you're going through, and make as many friends as you can. That's it for me. Until next time, I'm going to continue to try to keep it real with God through keeping it real with myself. Bye.